Happy Self-Love Sunday, ladies. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that your journeys are going well. So, this has been a busy month of cleaning out our hearts, minds, souls, closets, kitchen, right? I hope that you are on this journey of clearing out some of the clutter from the last 10 and for some of you 20 years. We won't talk about it though, right? I really hope that you're on this journey of clearing out that the clutter in your life so we can get ready to open up to bring some new things in, because I'm sorry ladies, the new cannot come in until you get rid of some of the old, some of that old baggage. So today I want to talk to you about meditation. The reason why I want to have this discussion is because whenever I talk about it with somebody, the first thing they say is, I can't meditate, I can't stop myself from thinking, I can't sit there. And I'm like, I don't shut my thoughts off either. Who told you that that was meditation, right? So, this is one of those times where you have to understand that everybody experience is different, and the way everyone does meditation is different. So, from this is my perspective on how I do things. I'm not sitting with my legs crossed and my fingertips here for the most part. For me, I like to lay down. I'm usually laying on the floor. Sometimes I'm laying in my bed, especially first thing in the morning, to do a meditation. There's a few different types. There's guided, where someone is speaking, and usually they're speaking into some sort of binaural beats playing as they're talking. And then there is silent meditation. And to me, it's not really silent because I'm focused on, like, I have a little space heater, so I'm focused on the noise from the space heater. Now, as this is happening, I'm not thinking. I'm not. It's not just silence. No, what it has taught me is to slow down my thoughts, observe my thoughts. So for me, what it has done is help put me in a place where I'm not as reactionary, right? I can get in a situation and observe it and then respond, as opposed to reacting, which is very, very different. Okay. So one of the things that brought me to meditation was I was having a lot of life experiences. I had an experience where, a lot of people who were around me, we kind of just went our own way. I then was just in this place of just what's going on with me. It's like I was just like a lot going on. So I started really kind of not really researching it, but looking at different things, but I really wasn't doing the practice yet. It wasn't until I had another tragedy strike in July, and I was just like, okay, there's something that needs to change. There's something that needs to happen. And that's kind of what happens. That's that inner being, that inner tuition that kind of kicks in, that says, okay, what you've done in the past really isn't working. You might want to introduce something new to help you. So that's what kind of what brought it about. And I started off with just 5 minutes trying to sit by myself alone, and see if I can kind of sit still and breathe and listen to my breath. And it worked some days and some days it didn't. And then I learned about guided meditation, which is again listening to someone speak and then the binaural beats in the back, and that really, really helped me. So I do 10 minutes, sometimes 20 if I have time in the morning, but usually 10 minutes in the morning. Now, in the middle of the day, if I'm having a very anxious day because my job can just be really busy, or I've met with a client and I've taken on some of their energy and it's just too much for me or it's overwhelming, I will sit. That's when I'll sit, and I'll like have my space heater on and I'm listening to that sound, and it's just to give myself a beat, give myself a minute, breathe, and just let myself know it's when everything is okay. I am fine. I can slow down my thoughts so I don't go deep down the rabbit hole and start thinking a bunch of things that just is not true, because the mind is crazy. There's no other way for me to put that today. There's no political correctness in that. The mind is just crazy. It can create a scenario, a situation that hasn't come to be. It's nowhere in our forefront. It's not even supposed to be a part of our now or our future, but the mind just went and did this whole thing. So that's what meditation does for me. So I used to have panic attacks in the car. I remember this. I used to have this thing where I was like really, really afraid of death, right? I couldn't breathe and sweating and all these things. So what meditation has done for me, I haven't had a panic attack and I don't know how long. Um, it helps me to center myself, keeps me in the present moment. All right, ladies, let's talk about it. There has been times when we've gone through a relationship issue with somebody, and I'm not just talking about men. I'm talking about even with our kids or with our friends, where you have this one thought, something that happened and a trigger a thought, right? Say you see two of your friends get together and they didn't invite you, and all of a sudden it could be simple innocence. They got together, wasn't thinking about anything else, just being together. And all of a sudden your mind goes, well, they didn't invite me. And why didn't they invite me? Well, because this, that, and the other. And it just makes up this whole story. This whole story. I mean, if I can describe the rabbit hole, I feel like the mind starts here and the rabbit hole is like down here where it gets real deep, and it just makes up this whole big thing of all this different scenarios and the conversations they're having. And I know they're saying this and I know they're saying that. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, those two people are just having lunch, laughing because they are tired. They are tired mothers, and they're just laughing about the silliest things, and they're not talking about any people, and they're definitely not talking nor thinking about you in that moment because they're just releasing. But you told yourself this big story, and then when you see them again, you're having this response, and you're coming with this strange energy, all because you told yourself a story. So what meditation does for me, remember I told you if the mind starts here, the rabbit hole's here. By the time I get to right here in my thought, I'm able to catch it. And I'm able to say, okay, you know what, is this true, or is this something that you're making up in your head? Like, that's really not even happening. And how can you know they said that? You're nowhere near that conversation. And why are you thinking that they're thinking that? Right? Like, so meditation for me grounds me. It takes that thought that's starting to go down and put me in a deep place or in a negative place or in a painful place. And it just helps me bring myself out of that moment and come back into the presence of now. Because truthfully, none of that stuff has happened. So I want you, if you're really starting to think about meditation and you're really not sure and you just don't want to sit and you want to get into maybe guided meditation, and they have guided meditations for different things, for letting go of past trauma, anxiety, depression, cord cutting, which is very, very important to cut cords with people, with their energies. I won't get into that too deep. They have meditation for just positivity and affirmations, which I love. I am affirmations, and I never tell myself things that I don't believe about myself. But I love that. They have meditations for just all types of just whatever you want to work on. I know for a long time I would do night sleep hypnosis for letting go of negative subconscious negative emotions or negative thoughts, which has really helped me. So if you're thinking about meditation, please don't think about it from a standpoint of something that you saw on TV. And remember, you can make something your own. Like, you don't have to lay down like I do. You don't have to sit crisscross applesauce on the floor. Crisscross applesauce, lay. You can tell I'm a mother child. With your feet crossed, I mean. And with your fingers pointed up. That's not you. You can sit in a chair. You can make it your own until you dive deeper into it. And then, if you want to try out other people's way, that's perfectly fine. But you make these things your own. Even when it comes to the self-love journey, I am really happy that you come and you listen to me, and I'm so happy for every client that comes my way. But I really want it to be your journey. I don't want you to do it someone else's way. We have a tendency to look at, social media. We're looking at Red Table Talks with Jada Pinkett Smith, and we're looking at all these celebrities. We want to do it their way, right? We want to look into their life. And I just want you to get away from that. I don't care if they're a celebrity. I don't care if it's me. I want you to make this your own. I just want you to go down the journey. Along the way, we're going to give you tips. Along the way, we're going to try to guide you to get to where it is that you want to go for your life. But the thing is, it's when we want to get you to trust your inner being, what's going on in there with you, to help you go along your way. It's not my way. My way is not the right way. There is no right or wrong way. It's only your way. I had to learn that. I really did. I had to really sit and learn. There is no right or wrong way. It's just your way. And you were not built to be like everyone else. There's no one like you, honey. There's no one like me. There is no one like you. So you got to do it your way. And you got to stop listening to other people telling you that your way is wrong, because they just need their way to be right. I used to be one of those people, just to be very, very honest. But I had to learn that their way is the path that they need to go down to stumble upon those blocks, to meet those people, to come across those things so they can grow into the person that they are. That's just it. And when you get that, you don't hold on to anger. You don't hold on to emotions and thoughts about how other people move and why they chose what they chose and why people are no longer in your life. You don't hold on to any of that because you have understanding. So that's what all a part of what meditation has brought me. So if you're interested and you want to know some of the guided meditations that I use, was the 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 or 20 minute, and some of them are even like an hour long. That's when I really want to go kind of deep within. Reach out to me. I will be more than happy to share the videos and the people who I really love that walk me through my meditation journey. And before I go, I just want to show you my shirt, which I'm going to stand up a little bit. This is so adorable. There is a group called Dawson Apparel, and the owner, her name is Shawn Dawson. She is just a lovely, lovely woman. I really, really love her. I used to be friends with her when we were younger, and we grew up, and we can both look at each other and say, thank God for change. Because we both have grown into some beautiful women. So I love this. It's Chakra Life. Again, we're talking about meditation, so I wanted to wear it. I'm very much into chakra balance and chakra healing energy, which we're not going to talk about in this video, but maybe one day in the future we will. So I just really want to thank Shawn for my shirt, which is really, really cute because I love a shoulder out. I love a shoulder out. And I'm sorry for my podcasters who can't see this video to see this shirt, but I will try to get a picture up of it. I want you ladies to have a very, very wonderful rest of the day. Remember, you can always reach out to me if you have questions, just want to talk things through, want to understand more of what I'm talking about, want to talk about meditation. I am always open to that. Facebook, Sass Fitness, LLC, Instagram, Sass Fitness. My email is mosassfitness, and my last name is Sass, and it fits me because I'm sassy. SASS, mosassfitness@gmail.com. Have a wonderful rest of the Sunday, and I will talk to you next week.